I'm going to start making really small little dots. And what you're trying to do is to space the dots evenly for the first, for all the boxes, and to have as little white showing as possible. Okay, does anybody have a question about stippling? Okay, this technique is called stippling, S-T-I-P-P-L-I-N-G. Stippling is used to show smooth surfaces. It's not supposed to be like pitted surfaces or surfaces that have holes. It's actually used to very gradually shade objects that are smooth, or like shade skin. You could use it on skin if you are using pen and ink. It's great for wet media like pen and ink and marker. You put down a mark and that's basically it. That's your mark. So you just keep on filling in and just making sure that it's really, really dense, and you press really hard. You can also do something different to get lighter. You can make your dots with a harder pencil, right? You could switch from a 9B to a 6B later. You can press lighter, and what that will do is most of the time that will give you a smaller dot, so that will also help to increase the space between your dots. When your dot is smaller, there's going to be probably more space being created. Increase the space, or just be aware of increasing the space more and more between your dots. Press less hard, increase the space, make the dots smaller. So some of those are the techniques that you can use. So here's a 6B pencil, and just try to make the dots as uniform as possible. But if you can't, just focus on making the space in between your dots wider, and also switch up pencils. That will definitely help you to make it look lighter and lighter. So here, you can see right away that this is lighter, but it's just too much of a jump. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some more little, and I'm not going like this because that mark will be too small at this point. So I'm actually going and I'm kind of going like this. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. I'm kind of going like this and actually making a little tiny circle. And I'm going to go back and make that a little darker. But then with the next one, you would do this. You would switch pencils. So that was a 6B. I would go to a 4B. So this is a 4B here. All right, that's a 4B. And then I would go and definitely increase the space. And if you find that you made the third one the same as the second one, what you can go and do is darken up the one on top, or both of them on top, because here I see enough white here that I could actually go back and make that darker too. So just go back up and darken up your previous boxes. Instead of having everything really be on the lighter end, I'd rather see you using your pencils and making things kind of on the darker side, instead of having a whole bunch of pale boxes at the bottom. So does that look lighter than this? So I want you to do this. You can do it like I am doing, where you just kind of fill the middle area of the box, if you don't want to fill the whole box. Or for you die-hard art students, you just like, I gotta do the whole box, Mrs. Han. Like, I gotta do the whole thing. Then go for it. I'm gonna add more to this one and even this one to get a nice transition, like I did with the sgraffito yesterday. I want to go real gradual, like this or like this. I want to go real gradual. So I'm gonna just, I'm gonna work back in there. I'm not done. But for the R2 students today, you are going to be doing something a little different. Every day you're going to be doing something a little different. Yellow, I want you to get out yellow. I want you to get out a red. Okay, I want you to get out a red. And is this a real good red? Let me test that. See if that's a true red. I want you to get out a red that's like a true red, a bright red. So I'm looking at my reds here, and this one's looking a little orangey, and that one's looking a little bit purpley. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with, I could go with both reds. You know what? I can go with both reds. So what I want you to do, or you could just go with one red. I want you to go from yellow to orange in the middle to red. So I'm gonna write that down. Yellow. Somewhere in the middle here. I know that this is 8 boxes, so there's no exact middle. So let's just make number 4 orange. And then down here, let's make this red. Okay, so box number 4 is orange. Box number 8 is red. So I want you to slowly transition the color using pointillism, the dots, and make this color change slowly from yellow to a yellow orange in here, 2 different shades of yellow orange to orange, to red orange, couple red oranges, and let's make this let's make that red. So I'll let you use an orange to make that transition smoother. So let's say this is yellow and this one here is the beginning of yellow orange. I want you to mix some of that yellow with orange dots so that your eyes, just like Paul Seurat's paintings, from a distance they're blending the yellow and the orange to create yellow orange. And then when you get down here, you're going to use more orange and less yellow. And then when you get over here, so let's say we have yellow, orange, and red, but this is more like a red orange for me. If you just have a pure red like this, or like a purpley maroon red, you could use that too. Or you could use both toward the end to make your orange slightly, to make your red slightly darker red. So you can use like up to 4 pencils. Do not use more than 4 pencils, because I do want you to use that technique of putting the dots next to each other so that your eye is the one to blend the colors together. The first one is really easy. You just put a whole bunch of yellow dots together, close together, and for you guys, all your spacing is the same. Like, you don't have to worry about spreading out your dots. All your dots are going to be spaced the same. So like, you could have a little bit of space, or just leave a little bit of space so that the next color can go in there and be next to your previous color. So remember, I told you that colored pencil likes to stick to the paper more so than other colored pencil marks. It likes to actually stick to the blank paper better. So I'm going to fill this in with yellow. So I need to actually push down and go around like in a little, rotate the tip of the pencil. And then I'm going to take my orange. If you want to, it doesn't have to be this exact shade, but I like this shade. It's a little darker. And I'm going to disperse the orange evenly. It's got to be even. You can't have like a cluster of orange color in one section, concentrated. It's got to be like even. So they have to be 50-50. Okay? So there, for the pointillism to really work, you kind of have to have a certain level of control, and you got to take some care when you're doing this. So right now I have a little bit more yellow than orange. Balance, how much of each color you're going to do. And I'm getting darker. Okay, Alicia. So I'm going to get a little darker with the orange. I want it to go toward pure orange. So if I want, you could also do this. For orange, you could just fill it in with orange and not use any other color. Okay, and then you could say, okay, my goal is to go from this pure yellow to pure orange and make these two different from each other. Make the one more orange than yellow. And then down here, all the way down here, you could just put the red. Use more orange dots in this one. Okay, so I'm saying, okay, that's enough yellow. Let's see what happens when I add a lot more orange dots than over here. It should look more orange when I look at it from a little distance. So this is yellow, and these are two tertiary colors. Tertiary colors are kind of in between colors. They're not primary, like yellow, red, and blue are called primary colors. Those are colors that you cannot make. So you can't make red, you cannot make blue. They are pure colors. But you can make secondary colors, which are orange, green, and purple, right? From mixing the primary colors. But what if you have a little bit more red or a little bit more blue when you're making your purple? That's what these colors are. They're like the in-between colors, and these are called tertiary colors. Or they have another name, intermediate colors. So they're kind of like the in-between colors. So they're not primary and they're not secondary. They're influenced a little bit more by one primary color than the other primary color in their mixing. So, okay, I'm looking at this now. Oh yeah, I am definitely seeing that this is looking darker, meaning more orange. It's not really darker, it's more orange. And this is like a lighter yellow orange, and this is going to be a pure orange, or as orange an orange you have, okay, in your box or your set. And then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the orange, but then I'm going to slowly introduce the red orange. Okay, everybody, I hope you all understand this exercise enough that you can do that today, or get started on that today. Tomorrow we're going to use class time to just finish up all of these and hopefully wrap them up. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. You know, oranges or yellows. If you have more than one shade of yellow, then go ahead, use it. So for this fourth one, I need to make this look more orangey, if that makes any sense, than this one. So I'm going to definitely put more orange. And I'm going to put a little bit of yellow, because right here I see a lot of white spaces but no yellow. So I'm just going to just intersperse a little yellow in here so it looks like there's a little bit of yellow everywhere. And then I'm going to really focus on putting more of that orange. I did find a more true orange, so I'm going to use that. So with the Pointillism and with the Stippling, use the tip of your colored pencil or pencil to make a circle. Don't go like this. Don't go, because that will not leave a very strong mark at all. And so you actually have to draw a little tiny circle and make a very deliberate mark.